you. HighReturn.com.
Welcome back.
Get off your phone.
Yeah.
Sam and I were having a great chat over the break.
And
We were discussing R value of insulation and how I think that should be explained to our listeners, and if the R value is different from your basement to your main floor to your attic.
And they actually are. R value actually means the resistance to heat flow per material.
Okay. So in other words, the higher the R value,
The better it is,
Exactly.
or the stronger it is. So in an attic, you could go up to an R100.
what is the largest R value insulation? The largest number.
You could go up to 100.
Okay. And what is the least?
one.
Yeah, I was going to say you could do one.
Okay. Well, there you go.
But hold on.
Yeah.
At R60, you get what they call
face? Even Sam's laughing. I told you. It's terrible.
Listen, they're making fun of me because I have asthma.
But it's this face you make.
This is bullying beyond, okay? I'm going to be making a complaint to the FCC or to whoever. It's just not right. So the R value of level of 60, R60,
Yeah.
is what we have, what they call the law of diminishing returns. Once you hit R60, you can keep going and keep going.
And
More
no
isn't
different.
always better.
Okay.
You don't get you just don't get a return that's better.
Okay.
Yep,
So what would you put in an average basement?
In a basement, if you're going to do walls, R10, R13,
Yeah.
a lot
Below
of it's
grade.
below grade. Yeah, so you don't get a lot of transfer.
Okay. So does it go up as you go up in your house?
Yes,
Okay.
it does.
See?
In walls, you'd want to do it. Well, code is R21 right now.
Okay.
That's what it is. But you definitely want to air seal the walls. So
Stopping the air movement is the most important thing,
it is.
and slowing it down. So here's the thing. Let me give an example. Your furnace is on. It's heating your house. If the heat did not escape outside, your house would stay warmer longer. When it stays warmer longer, your furnace works less.
Correct.
So how do you keep the heat from escaping? You increase the insulation and you stop the air leakage. That's what Sam's company is really, really good at, sealing the house up
Yes.
and stopping the air from leaking.
And making it quieter too. When you use like cellulose products, it actually absorbs a lot of sound. It makes such a big difference, especially if you live like by an expressway or a busy road. This material will actually, as sound's trying to come through the attic, vents, things like that, this will actually absorb a lot of it and make the house a lot quieter as well.
So that's one of the benefits of cellulose.
Correct.
Excellent.
And that's the thing. When you're sleeping, folks, and you hear your neighbor's dog at 5 a.m. or they hit the automatic start,
Big diesel tray.
right?
Yes.
All of a sudden, you're like, wow, it's like I like the guy started the car in my house. If you add cellulose insulation in your attic, legitimately, okay, the noise coefficient,
So close your window.
well, what happens is it'll reduce that tremendously. That's one of the side effects that people don't realize they have when they get blown in insulation. They're like, holy moly, my house is so quiet. It's like eerily quiet, which is what I like.
It's nice.
It's like the cone of silence. So let's talk about insulation in the attic. There's a lot of companies that are blow and go companies.
Yep.
Okay. I can say that on radio. Blow and go. It's insulation. They blow it in and then they go. Sam, let's talk about some of the tricks that they play, because this is something that, here's a tip for homeowners that they need to know. If you're going to get an insulation blown in your attic, or you already have a guy who's doing it and he's not a hired done guy, don't let him do the blow and go trick on you.
What we have found is
I know, blow and go. Whatever.
we actually have
Sam, when he goes low, you go high.
when we go into your attic, we actually will pop up in your attic and we will look at all aspects of your attic, because they're all just not flat. Some have knee walls, you have higher attic areas, you have lower attic areas. There's a lot of things to consider because each house is different. So what we do is we take a personalized approach and outline exactly what we're doing in your attic. We'll actually take some pictures for them, the homeowners, and show them while we're there as to what we're going to do. And then we'll take pictures and show them when we're done. We actually went on an appointment last week, and some company, I don't even know who they were, went out and told this guy he needed insulation. And 2,000 square foot attic, was going to charge him like $3,800. Well, the guy thought something was screwy with it. So he called us. We went out there. He didn't even need insulation in his attic. He had like R60 already. This company was about to, take this customer for a ride, even though he was a little bit sharper than,
Right.
Wow.
But we did go out there and we looked at some other issues he was having. He had a crawl space that was uninsulated, and his basement bonds needed foaming. So we went out and we took care of that for him on Thursday, actually.
That's awesome. That's
yes.
awesome. So,
Well, there you go with the second opinion right there.
well, of course, and that's where people don't realize, because it's like it's you go in the attic now. Just blowing in insulation is not enough. Let's talk about the components that you have to have when putting cellulose in your attic. So my choice, folks, is to have blown in insulation in your attic and use cellulose. I'm not against fiberglass. I just feel cellulose is better bang for the buck.
I agree.
And
now-
that's blown in.
Yeah, you blow it in. Here's the thing, though. You can't impact the ventilation in your attic for your roof. Because we're
Right.
talking about roofing, it has to be ventilated properly.
Right.
So you have to put rafter baffles in. How many times do you go into an attic and see all that plugged up?
Oh, all the time.
And that
Constantly.
ruins the roof.
It does. It allows moisture to stick in there. There's no air
Isn't that
movement.
when we get the ice damming problems and all that?
It helps.
It baffles help a lot with that kind of thing. You want airflow in that attic. It's very, very important. So basically what we would do if you're having your attic insulated is we would block around the attic access. We would weather strip the attic access hatch to make sure that that doesn't leak.
You have a ton of leakage through the.
There's tons, yes, right. If you could color the air, you'd see it just flowing out like crazy. We would put continuous baffles in every single run around the house to make sure you're getting as much airflow as possible into the attic. Then you're going to block around can lights. We'll install some Roxol insulation around fireplaces. If whatever, I'm trying to think here. So there's so many things. Some attics are very easy and basic, but some
Right.
require a little extra, like putting 10-mat light covers over recessed lights. And
Yeah, if you have recessed lights, you don't realize how much heat goes into your attic from the lights. Now, with new LED technology, the actual heat is not as much. However, it's still a huge area where the air leaks into the attic. So
It is.
they have these big styrofoam blocks that go over
yeah,
your can lights.
they have different ones now that we use. The styrofoam ones are okay, but we actually use something called 10-mat. They're actually made out of a Roxol type material, and they're airtight.
really?
Yeah, they're
Even
airtight.
better.
They're excellent. And then we'll put rulers in the attic, which is a great guide for us and also for the homeowner to know exactly what they have.
So they put a 19-inch ruler in
24.
it's 24. I'm sorry, 24-inch ruler.
It's like I've never heard of a 19-inch ruler before.
Adam.
Oh boy. Anyways, I'm Jewish, so it doesn't matter. We can't even go that way. So here's the deal, folks. When they blow in insulation in your attic, it's blown in, so they grind up the cellulose and it gets blown in and aerosolized, and then it settles down. A lot of guys will say, "I'm going to give you 20 inches of insulation." However, 30 days later, it settles. So when you buy your insulation, you have to buy the settled amount, correct?
That's correct. That's
Let's
right.
explain that to the listener
Yes.
right now.
If you were to blow an R49 in an attic, R49 is 13.5 inches. In order to achieve that, you have to blow 15 to 15.5 inches. If you don't, if you blow 13.5 inches and the customer looks and sees, oh, it's great. No, about 30 days, you're going to come back, it's going to be about 12 inches, which is only 38. So you're not doing your job correctly. So you always want to blow extra at least 2 inches over the settled depth. If you want to go to R60, you got to blow about 19 inches because, the more you blow,
Sure.
the heavier it is. So you always have to, yes, if you're going to buy insulation, definitely get the settled R value. And have rulers
Settled.
put in the attic as well.
And not a 19-inch ruler,
Yeah.
24-inch ruler.
And make sure they don't trick you. Make sure that the ruler's sitting on the
Yeah.
On the drywall. Yes.
Now, what happens if they have existing insulation? Vermiculite. Do you suck it out?
No, vermiculite, you really don't want
Encapsulate
to.
it.
Yeah, you want to encapsulate it. You don't want to disturb it. We actually will have it tested if somebody's really concerned about it, just to make sure it doesn't have anything bad in there. Then you just encapsulate and go right over it.
Go right over it.
So then what about people who have fiberglass insulation rolled out in their attic?
We'll actually add to that R value. So if your house was built in the 90s, you probably would have an R19 fiberglass bat. You want to get to R49, we would blow our 30 cellulose, which is 10 inches blown, settle to 8 with your
Right?
R9.
You can do cellulose right over fiberglass.
Absolutely. You can mix them. Yeah, you can do.
Folks,
it doesn't matter.
That's important. Dana Insulation. The website's danafoaminsulation.com. Sam Vagnetti's the owner. What's the phone number if people want to call you?
You could reach us at 1-800-757-DANA or 586-463-8625.
And of course, hireitdone.com, and Sam will end up calling you. So when you do the installation and you go over fiberglass and you go and do all that, they start immediately saving money.
Yes. You truly, honestly do.
Like that day.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's houses that are so empty. We're halfway through. People have actually said, holy cow, we can actually feel a difference already.
Isn't it shocking that you come into homes these days and there's zero insulation? Like my girlfriend just ripped out her front closet. They had
Empty,
nothing.
right? Yeah.
Nothing.
And if you don't know if you have insulation, call Dana. They'll come out with their infrared camera. They can tell you what walls don't have insulation.
And she always just said, it was always cold at the front of our house. We'd turn our heat up.
Yeah.
It's shocking that you can rip a wall down and
well, you can
there's
solve it.
nothing.
And then you can, if there's brick on the outside, you can actually drill through the brick and infuse.
Yes. We drill in between the mortar joints, actually. So we're as least invasive as we can possibly be. And when we're done, you don't even know we were there.
That's the best part. So let's go over R value again. So state of Michigan code is R38.
Minimum code for an attic is ours.
The minimum for the attic is R38.
Right.
What we like to recommend at Higher Done is R60. However, the Department of Energy is R49.
Correct.
So, folks, if you're going to blow in insulation in your attic, let's just say minimum R49.
That's exactly what I always tell everybody. If people really want to go above and beyond, and we're doing that special as well, if you pay for R49, we'll give you R60. But R49 is where you want to be at minimum, especially in Michigan.
We have a deal.
Yeah, there's our deal. So, folks, if you call Dana Insulation and you
have to say the keyword brown and yellow M&Ms.
Yeah.
No. If you buy R49, he's going to upgrade you to R60 for free.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That's awesome.
We will.
Yeah. And so I appreciate that tremendously. That's a good thing. So that's how we want to make sure homeowners get a deal. It makes sense. Now let's go fast forward. People are like, oh, we're almost over winter. People don't realize in the summertime, insulation is equally, if not sometimes more effective.
For the air conditioning.
It's correct, because that attic will get 140, 150 degrees, and heat seeks cold. So if you don't have, you know what, a good story is a two-story house. If you don't have good insulation in the attic, when you're walking upstairs, going to bed at night, and it's hot outside, a fourth step from the top, you'll notice about an 8 to 10 degree swing. It's a lot hotter upstairs than it is downstairs. We fix that immediately.
Wow.
Right.
So
And
that's
here's the other
another
thing.
good way to look, right? If you figure out the difference in heat between your
Yes. We make it
two
very
floors.
consistent.
That's awesome.
Can we take a phone call? We have a caller. Let's take a call real quick. We've got George from Port Huron. Hi, George.
Good morning.
What's going on at your house?
Yeah, I actually bought an older block house that had a flat roof, and when they put a peak roof on but didn't take the old flat roof off, I'm trying to insulate that house above that flat roof. What's the best way to do that? Because the old flat roof is still on.
1-800-757-3262.
No, that's actually a really good question because you have block
It is.
foundation, and that all of that is tied together. So, Sam, how would you handle that?
Is there access to get to that flat roof area?
Yes.
Okay. You could actually just blow over the top of that flat roof, because the attic they built on top of the dormer or whatever, that's your cover. You can actually blow right on top of that flat roof. That is okay to do as long as it's stable, which I assume that it is.
Yeah, it's stable, but I've been informed that the tar could cause gases to come down in the house, which could cause poisoning.
That's
true.
Yes, that's why I was going to say, if you'd like me to come out and look at it, I will. There are a few things that you could do. There's a few products you can put on there. How old is it? Do you know?
From the 1946, the house is built, and the old roof is probably in the 70s or 80s. The
Well,
flat roof I'm talking about.
what kind of ceiling do you have in the house?
It's all plaster.
Plaster. Okay. Well, you could put a vapor barrier primer on the ceiling, which will stop moisture and air leakage from coming into the house and blow over the top of it. Otherwise, you are going to have to, if you're really concerned about that, you would have to get that tar off, and it's not going to be cheap. It's going to be actually quite difficult.
So, George, sounds like a unique situation where Dana has to come out and see you. So I would call Dana Insulation, have Sam come out himself. You'll service support your end, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's easy. All right. So thanks for the call. We appreciate it. And we're going to give you the number off the air. Anyways.
That's a unique problem.
Right?
Yeah.
But you can solve it.
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine how fast time flies?
It's because we're having fun.
Yeah, we're always having fun. So Dana Insulation, the website's danafoaminsulation.com, 1-800-757-3262. Folks, if you buy our 49 insulation through Dana through the end of January,
yes,
you get upgraded to R60 for free. I love that deal. Thank you.
And
great.
the estimates are free. And we will come out. We'll give you a full assessment, and we're here to answer your questions, fix your problems.
Awesome.
Well, we appreciate you coming. Thanks
That's
for
a
coming
good
on
segment.
today. Yeah, it's
Well
always
done.
My pleasure, guys. Thanks for having me.
Always a good segment. I know.
that's how we roll. All right, folks, we're going to take a quick break. Coming up next, finishing your basement the right way. Is there a wrong way? Of course, but we're going to do it the right way, the Hire It Done way. I'm Adam Helfman with the lovely Julie B. Hire It Done on 97.1 The Ticket.